Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, Maoga. Good evening, Mr.
Ah,
Olajide.
boss. I agree to.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Happy
Okay,
Sunday.
yeah, same to you, boss. Philip, I'll do as I did yesterday. I'm going to give you the stuff, and Mr. Olajide, I'm going to make you the co-host as well.
Okay,
You can stop
no problem.
recording for now. Let's just wait for like some minutes first. I mean, allow other people to join.
Okay.
Yeah, waste too much time today. I'm just going to like run through some stuff and then see how we can send some share like some work, some class work for you to work on during the week, course of the week, and then we'll take a look at it again on Saturday. So yesterday was just an introduction to Python installations and then trying to print out our first Hello World. And I believe that everybody is aligned now. Like everybody has the Python installed and it's working as expected. Yeah. So I also gave like an advanced classwork just to more like a brain teaser, just to see. I mean, a lot of people that would, see your just to see your response on how far you're able to. I mean, you know, just to see what you can do. So if you don't do it very well, I mean, I'm not saying that you should be perfect, but just to see how well you can think out of the box. I think one person, that's Onyinye, is she on the call tonight this evening? So she reached out and said that she's done. So I don't know, David, how do you guys submit your classwork or assessment or assignment? Is there a way, how do you guys submit it?
Um, Normally we share a link to for you to get the assignment, but now since VS Code is not having a link for us to share,
Mm,
so I think you just view it. You just use it in 5 minutes. Everybody will share their screen. Each person will,
yeah.
yeah. So just view it randomly and we move on.
I think that works fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, please, so in relief fashion, I mean, I mean, take us through your code. I mean, and then explain to
Me,
us.
Sammy.
No, not you. Not I'm not saying.
Okay.
I said in relay fashion.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, like anybody can just go first and then try to show us what you've done and explain and all that stuff. And that's, I mean, and then run your code. Let's see what you have. All right. Okay. So,
We did that by raising our hand.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh, sorry. I'm not even seeing the hand raising part. Okay, you raised your hand, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you want to go first, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, I'm sharing um,
We can't see your screen, sir.
coming up. Can you see it now?
It's loading. Okay, we've seen it.
Okay, so this here you declare the variable as number one. Then here number two, you assign the value. Then the first one is addition. That is you are adding number one to plus number two. Then the second one is subtraction, then multiplication. Then you print if that is addition, number one plus number two. Here's the addition, and this is the code, and then you run it. So here is the output. Maybe I should clear the. I'm trying to clear. Okay, so you can see the output now. addition 10 plus 5, 15, then subtraction 10 minus 5 is 5, then multiplication 10 times 5, which is 50, as displayed in the terminal. Hello?
I can hear you. Can you, Mr.
Okay.
Olajide?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you
One second.
see?
Yeah, I can see your screen. 1 second. 1 second. I want to see what you've done. Da 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 da. Okay. Until okay, okay. So the sum, difference, and products. All right.
Yeah.
And then you have to print the proportion of the format of this, and this. Let me see. So okay, so your printing out is not correct, though. I think I was expecting. I mean, it was supposed to be operation of this number and that number is this. So it's just supposed to be, for example, it's supposed to be addition of
Okay.
number one of
One
10.
out
That
of
you're
10.
supposed to print out of 10 and 5 is not even equals to
Okay.
is, and then you put the result. So yeah, yeah. So even though your output was fine, I mean the answers are fine, but the way you're supposed to render the result is not the way is not the way from the instruction. It's supposed to be operation of number one and number two, like you are printing out number one and number two, which is operation of like addition of 10 and 5 is then the result is 15. That's not supposed to be the result, their output. But I mean, you can that's something I quickly just tweak right and just fix. Right. So well done. I mean, yeah, you also added the F. I mean, so the print F is so if I ask you now, what's the function of this print F? Of F.
Okay, what you declare, the F is for the addition which concatenates number one and number two.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, we'll get there. Thank you. Next person. So just quickly make that just quickly
Yes.
make that change. Yeah, and then
Yes.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Someone's hand is up. Someone's else hand is up.
Okay.
Okay, David. Am
Yeah.
I correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
David.
yeah. Please. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. I don't know if you can see it.
Now you can see your screen.
Yeah, can you just explain your code and then run your code? No problem. So one thing is for you to write your street of codes. Another thing is for you to be able to explain it to anybody that they can understand what your code is doing, right? So it's not just about writing code. It's also about being able to explain it and understand what that code is supposed to do.
Okay, sir. So
Yeah.
this first line is for the addition. So I said print, this is for addition. Number one is 10, number two is 15. Result is equal to number one plus number two, which is 10 plus 5. So print F. This F is called for format. It allows us include this declared variable in while printing out our statement. Okay, so it prints operation of number
Yeah.
one, which is 10.
Yeah. Sorry, hold on. Philip, Hello, Philip, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so what did you say the F was doing before?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I
What
don't
did
know
you
if you
say
can hear.
yeah, I can hear you. So what did you say the function of F was when I asked you for the print? You said the print F. What was the function of that F?
The function of our F was to print the output from the results. That's when you are concatenating the two number. The function of the F is to take the result of that the output there, the whole line.
I still don't. I'm lost. When you're doing what? Come again. Come again. Can you hear me?
I think it's his
Okay,
network.
the
I can
function
hear
of
you.
that F was
Yeah. Okay. I think it's network, right?
So, sir, can I continue?
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so this F stands for format, which allows us input this declared variable in this statement. If we remove this F, it will throw an error, an exception. So I said print F, which is operation of number 1, which is 10, and 2, which is 5, is result. So this is going to print operation of 10 and 5 is result, which is 15. This is what I'm having here on my terminal. So this is for addition. Operation of 10 and 5 is 15. For subtraction, operation of 10 and 5 is 5. For multiplication, operation of 10 and 5 is 50. Hello, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was what I did.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. No problem. Who's next?
Can I go now? Okay.
Yes, please. You can go now. That's totally right.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, please go ahead. The two what's their name again? I hope they are around today. What's their name? Fatimat. Who is this person? Who is showing Tosin?
This is my slide, my VS Code.
You have scored 0 already. Oh.
What happened?
Do you know why?
No.
Okay. I'm seeing your first screen I showed was ChatGPT. So meaning that
No, I'm not, I'm working on it. It's not your assignment. I've done this since yesterday. My system is always open because I'm doing so many things on it.
I trust. Okay. I want to believe that. So what do you do? Are you a fifth-time QA person or you're a part-time? For now you're doing like working as a business analyst and all that as well as a
No,
QA.
I'm a full-time. I'm working.
Full-time as a QA.
Yes.
Okay. What company do you work with?
Automated Pro.
Automated Pro. Wow.
Yes.
So you are working fully on automation now?
No, it's not automation. No, we are doing manual and little automation.
So
But the name of the company is Automated Pro. This is an international company.
So one will assume that it should be full-time automation that you guys are doing. Except it's just like starting. Maybe the company is just starting, like it's a new company.
It's not a company, no. We are working.
Oh yeah, no. Okay.
Yes.
No, oh yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Who shared again?
Please, we can't see your screen. We are seeing
This is my screen.
who is Tosin
you
Williams? No, Tosin
Can you see
Williams.
my screen?
No, we can't.
Can't see your screen. Go ahead, just share your screen. Maybe you did before and then
Tosin Williams, please stop sharing.
Sorry, who is speaking? Who's speaking now? Is this Tosin Williams?
No, it's
Yes,
David.
I'm the one sharing my screen. Who are you? The one sharing, David?
No, you can continue sharing. We never knew you were the one talking.
Okay, please share your screen again. Excuse me, shared.
Can you see it, please?
Not yet. It was up before, but not at the moment.
Can you see it now, please?
No, we're just seeing your name. We're just seeing your name.
Yeah,
We're seeing
not yet. I can't see
Okay,
it.
let me do it again, please.
Yeah, I think it should be up now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so walk us through.
According to the assignment you give to reason, which first define the number that is a variable, and this is number 1, which is 10. Number 2, which is the 5. Now we are going to do, when you said we should do the sum, is the sum result is equal to the number 1 plus number 2. And the difference result is number 1 minus number 2. While the product, which is a multiplication, is number 1, the product, and the number 2. And this is how I display my results. We print the hair format and the sum number 1 and the sum number 2, and it will give me the sum result. And also the difference between the number 1 and number 2 will give me the difference result. And that's also the product number 1 and number 2, which is going to give me the product result. And I run it, this is it, and I can do that again first. Let me clear this. I'm coming, let me clear this. Yeah, let me rerun it again. And this is the sum. The sum of 10 and 5 is 15. The difference between 10 and 5 is 5, and the product of 10 and 5 is 15.
All right, thank you very much. Next.
You're welcome, sir.
Next person.
Can I see my screen?
We cannot see it yet, though. Sorry, can somebody reach out to Mr. Somi? Is he here? Okay. I can see that he's here. Okay, because I was looking out for him.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, sir.
All right. Good evening, boss. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
So this is what I just did. I just put the number 2 equals 10. Then I did print number 1, then number 1 minus 2. Then I run the code and it gave me 15 and 5.
Can I see your terminal? What is it? Can I see what 15 and 5? But you didn't finish it now. What happened?
I didn't finish it.
Did you go to the instruction? Did you go to the question? It's complete in total.
That we should do addition and subtraction.
Are you sure? Is that the only thing that you asked to do there?
I actually did the assignment in early.
That's why did you do this in a hurry? You had the whole night now, and today, still had today to do it. So why are you in a hurry? You went to mosque.
No, I just had some other things I was doing.
You what?
I was busy with some other things. I didn't go to mosque.
All right. Okay. All right. No problem. Thanks. Next person. We'll come back to that. Who's next?
My screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see your screen. Go ahead.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so from the instruction, we're asked to multiply. That's a product. Find the difference between 1 and 2. And addition. So this was my result. Sum 15, difference 5, and product is 50.
All right then. Okay. Thank you. Can see that. Yeah. Who's next? Who is next? Second Fatima, is she here today? She's not there. Mr. Somi, would you want to go ahead? Munisola, have you spoken today? I don't think so. Have you?
Hi, good evening. I'm sorry, my voice is a bit low because I have a cough. My system is off. I can't present my assignment.
Wow, interesting.
I'm so sorry. I don't have power presently. So that's why I would share my assignment with you probably tomorrow on Slack, if that's fine.
Okay, all right. I don't worry. I have something else to do. I mean, we guys have some assignments, so not to worry.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mr. Somi, Alpha.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my it's not totally running. I didn't get it yesterday. We tried to.
Can you share your screen? It's fine. Don't worry. I mean, it's just a what do you call it now? It was just like a way to just to push your brains ahead forward, to just think about out of the box and try to do something, right? Not like I was expecting everybody to get it. So if you didn't get, if you struggled a bit, that's fine. As long as you attempted to do it, that's all that matters. So please share your screen.
Unfortunately, I don't know. My system is not connected.
It's not connected to the network or what?
It's not connected to the network. I don't know why.
All right. Okay.
I'm just using my phone for now. I don't know why it's not connected.
No worries. No worries. No worries.
Once it's connected, I will definitely show this. Share it.
All right, no problem. Thanks. Who else? Is there anybody else that has not presented so that we can quickly? I want to just take us through some stuff and then we can. Anybody else who has not presented? Nobody, right? I think everybody has gone through. Fatima, the second Fatima is not here. I think I don't know if it's network issues or something, but let's just try to reach out to her. And for those who are not here, so that we can be sure that they are fine. So I'm just going to walk through, show you guys some stuff, and then let me quickly go back. Let me just share my screen, and then let's quickly go back to the instructions or the task that was on ground. So first and first, I always like to tell people is, as QAs, you must paying attention to detail is one key thing. If you miss that's like you have already messed up, right? So you have to pay attention to detail. Let me share my screen. So I'm just going to share my entire screen briefly. So now, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So paying attention to detail is one thing that is very key as a QA engineer. If you don't pay attention to details, you will not. I mean, it's going to might cost you some things. Now, for the fact that most of you got the answers correctly, what I noticed is that some of you did not pay attention to details. Or maybe because some of you already have knowledge of Python, you feel like, oh, it's very simple. Let me just do it and blah, 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 and just go. All right. But it's very important that you have to pay attention to the reason why I dropped it was not because of the fact that, I mean, many of you know the answer or know how to go about it, but I wanted to just see how you want to answer the questions. And and one thing I'm so happy about is that many of you a lot of you came with different approaches, which is good. So it shows that nobody copy one another. Fine. Now look at the question. It says you are required to complete a Python script that performs basic arithmetic operations with two predefined numbers, the script should do the following. Assign specific values to two variables. So you'll be given number 1 and number 2, right, in text. Perform addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Fatima, you said it was addition and subtraction only. There's multiplication there. So there are 3 operations that you're supposed to do. You did 2, right? And then the third one says print the result of these operations in a human readable format, meaning that when I can read it, anybody else that can read it, they understand what your code is trying to do, right? Instructions now: create a file named the basic_operations.py. Many of everybody got that, right? In this file, you will define 2 variables, number 1 and number 2, with the values of 10 and 5, respectively. So meaning that number 1 will have the variable of 10, number 5 will have number 2 will have variable of 5, right? You do not need to write any functions or import any mode. Of course, it's like a basic Python program. Now, calculate the sum difference, by subtracting number 2 from number 1, right? That's 2 minus 1. Number 2, that's 10 minus 5. And then product of number 1 and number 2, like you're adding 2 together, right? They calculate the sum, the difference, okay? And by subtracting number 1 from number 2 and out of number 1 and number 2, which is very explanatory. Now, print the result of each operation in the format. Now, David and other people, I think few other guys also did not get this. It means operation means the operation type. That's what it means. So if you're doing addition, what should be here will be addition of number 1, which is number 1 is what? Is 10. That's here will be addition of 10 and 5 is 15. If it was subtraction, here will be subtraction of, because you are printing it in text. So it is going to subtraction of the 10, 5, and 5 is this. Division of, you get. So not operation of this, no. It says operation, which you're already giving you the operation here already. These are the operations here. Sum, difference, and subtraction and product. Those are the operations that you are asked to print out. So your format should be this. So if you are, so this is the only person I think that got it correctly. No, I think got it correctly is only you got this. I mean, the rendering of the output right correctly. Every other person did not, even though the answers were the values were correct, but the way it was supposed to be returned wasn't returned that way, which is not. I mean, so that I said, paying attention to detail is very, very key. Like, it's very, very key. You must pay attention, look at the questions again. If you don't understand it, read it again and again to understand it before you even start to attempt the question. All right. Now, to submit this assignment now, if you don't have GitHub, please go and create a GitHub account. Right. Create a GitHub account. I think I should just go to my whiteboard for you guys. So I'll just break it down. So go to github.com. If you don't already have, go to github.com and then create a GitHub account. I mean, if you don't, it's fine. You can just go and read about it, but it's very simple. Then once you do that, create a repository or many and call it the name of your folder. All right. I don't think I'm supposed to spoon feed you with this one. So create the name of any folder your task is to push this assignment that you have right now on your local, you push it to GitHub and then share the link with me. So that's your assignment. That is your number one task. So this assignment that you already have done, push it to GitHub and then share the link to me with me latest by tomorrow. I'll just have a look at it. I'm sure that you're able to do it properly well. All right. And that's it. Does anybody have any questions or any clarity or anything? Are you confused? You need more questions. You need more clarity, please. If you are good to go, then you can just type that you are fine. Then we can proceed. Let me check. Forgive me. I think I'm just going to try to see. I'm not sure I can even. All right. Somebody said, okay, okay, please, I won't be able to present my screen because there is a slide. Okay, Elizabeth, okay. So are we all good with it? Everybody's fine with GitHub, right? No issues. I'm only seeing one person that says I'm fine. Another person says someone says okay.
I'm fine as well.
All right. So please share me the link to your GitHub once you have posted that, and then we are good to go. So now to today's class. I think I stopped. Am I sharing my screen? Okay, I'm sharing. Okay. 1 second. Now, just briefly, I don't want to take most of our time. I mean, it's Sunday, and tomorrow is Monday, right? So I will share some couple of assignments with us that we can work on during the week and then submit on Saturday. But before then, I want to quickly explain some things to us. So we'll be looking at variables and operators, right? Variables and operators and data types. But then let me share my screen, then let me explain. Share. All right. Can you guys see? Man, sorry. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. So one other thing is that I think I saw Onye did something, so I didn't mention that. I mean, to add comments, you want to add comments to your line, to your code, right? In Python, you use the hash sign. Wait, somebody else typed. Okay, yeah, I think I typed something. Yeah. So use the hash sign to add a comment. So comments is just like to just maybe like you have to just tell people about things, like, or you just want to like add comments just for in case anybody's reviewing your code and stuff like that. So you can say, I mean, this is a simple operation Python script. So you can see that it's not as visible as this guy because it is commented out. So most of the time you will hear this among the devs and say, oh, I just added a comment, in my code so that I just commented out that part for now so that when we need it, I'll just uncomment it and then I can implement it. So this is what happens. In some language, in some places you use / as comments. Some do this. Some maybe for multi-line comments, you have this, and then you have this, right, as a comment, and then you can type in between your comments. But for Python, this is what you do. This is it for Python. This is a single line comment, right? To type on a single line. If I come to this next line and I type, is not part of that comment. But if I want it to be a multi-line, what you need to do is to let me see, I think it's this. Yeah. So if you do a 3-line you can see if you do a three quotes, and I type here, yeah. Yeah. So that's like, this is a multi-line comments. So if I do a double quote like this, one, two, three double quotes and another double quotes, that's like a multi-line comment. So I can write stuff in between that. I mean, like it could be like 100 lines, right? This is how I can do that. While this, using just the hash, will only allow you to comment on a straight line, just one straight line. All right. So now let's go to variable. What is a variable? Many of us might be wondering, and I saw Fatima. Fatima, I mean, she just did one thing. I mean, in the best of my knowledge, right? And we need to also explain stuff so that you can understand. So we are looking at variables. What are variables? Excuse me. Variables are more like a container, right? That helps you to store values or store data. All right. Allows you to store variables or store data. You can, for example, you can have a variable called name, and in that name, sorry guys, 1 second. Okay, yeah, sorry, can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sorry. Yeah, apologies, sorry. I had to just quickly relocate. So what are variables? I'll say variables are more of containers that are used to store values. So for example, I could say that if I can do first name is equals to, let's say, Alice, right? Now, I could say last name in a way like this and say L_name based on how you want to do it and say this is Betsy. Now, I want to ask a question, just a general question. Now, there's what we call data types, right? We have strings, we have integers. So we have data types, right? The data types is divided into, we have strings, we have integers, we have floats, we have other ones. We also have we also have special characters. Special characters in terms of logical operators. We have like logical operators. All right. Now, just pardon my, all right. Let me get that memory. Now, this is like more like this part is like you're declaring it. This is a variable, right? This is a variable. Variable can be anything. It can be anything that you're used to store a data, right? Which you can use much more later. Right now, from what I shared with you guys yesterday to do a test and all those things, you are declaring you have given a variable number 1 and number 2, and you have number 2, right? Now, this is a variable. These are variables in which you now add values into it. So the moment you add those values, the variable takes hold of those values and hold them until you reference them. You want to use them in anywhere at any point, right? Right. So are we still together?
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Any,
we are together.
yeah. Any questions so far? I'm just trying to break it down so that everybody can understand. All right. So now, there's first name equals to Alice, last name is equals to Betty, and all that. So first of all, this part is this is how you represent, let's say, a variable, right? You can still say age now. Maybe for example, now you are in a let's say, so let me just try to break it down now. So your company is, what do you call it now? ABC Transport, right? That's where you work. And you are supposed to like compile a list or write a program or compile a list of all the transport guys, like all the drivers in ABC Transport, right? Now, in order to be able to store their names effectively, you need to use variables to store their names so that everybody, you have a full view of their names, of all their data and everything. Now, the format in which their data will come is their first name, their last name, right? The age, right? The sex, the sex, what else? What else? What else would we want to have there? You can say that years of experience. What else? Can say their salary, right? How much they're collecting, as how much they're being paid, and what else again can we add as their data? Okay, let's just stop there. All right. Now, these are just raw data. Now, when you're applying variables now, when I say, okay, the first name is Alice, the last name is Betty, the age is equals to what? Let's say is 50, 60 plus. The sex is male. All right. Years of experience is 10. Salary is, let's say, 100,000. Now, this guy here is a variable. This guy is a variable. This is a variable. This is a variable. These are variables. These values here are the values that are being stored inside this variable. So Alice is stored for first name. Betty is stored for last name. 60 is stored for age. Male is stored for sex, right? 10 is stored for years of experience. 100,000 is stored for salary. These are variables, right? And these are the values that they are being stored. They are stored for. All right. Now, you'll be working with this a lot because you have to be creating a lot of variables. I mean, a lot of storing stuff to get. I mean, to reference them. Now, in variable, I don't know. Let me pause. Does anybody have any questions? Are we clear here? Please ask your questions if you are confused. Fatima, are you clear? Are we good? Fatima is still here. No, you can unmute and speak. I might not be able to check all this. Check the chat in chat room. So
Yes, I'm clear.
I'm good.
okay, so I can proceed.
Please. Yes, please.
All right. So now, Mr. Somi, are you following? Are you with us? David. Good.
Yes.
All right. So these are variables, and then these are their values. Now, I mentioned about we have data types, right? We have various data types. We have strings, we have integers, we have the float, we have operators and the likes. Now, this guy, so what differentiates what from what, right? Is now let's look at strings, for example. All right. Now, for strings, say first name is equals to this Alice that I put here does not make any sense to Python. Python does not understand this language, this Alice, just see that as normal Alice. But when I put it into a double quote, it becomes a string, meaning that this string is a value, right, that should be outputted as a string value. Do you get? So names, anything that has to do with like names, all those stuff, later and likes are majorly strings. They come in strings. Name, locations, address. Those are they come in strings. So and then they are represented in double quotes. So last underscore name, right? In double quotes, you can put Betty. Right. And then now, so that's that. Now that's it about strings. So it can either be in double quotes like this, or in single quotes. So if you pass it as a double quote is the same thing. If you pass it as a double quote is the same thing. Now, if I decide to print this guy, yeah. So if I decide to print this guy now, let's take out. Let me just comment this guy out. Right. So now, this is a string, and then this is first name and last name. Now I want to print this guy. Now, if I say okay, print. So one fun fact about this is that instead of me saying print Alice, I'm just going to go to reference this guy here, and it will return to me the value that is inside it. So if I say print the first underscore name, you can see that Alice is back. Alice came back. All right. And that's it. That's basically what you had. So imagine I don't put it in quotes and I just take it out. All right. Now let's see what happens if I print it without passing that. Let's see if it still works. Now you can see what came back. It says, what did he say? He said what name Alice is not defined. Did you mean slice? So that's because it's not seeing it as a string. It's only seeing it as, just a like a non-regular character or a text. Now let's take it back to this, what it was before. And then we still have Alice. Now, so let's say I want to do print first name, then also print the last name, right? If I run this, you can see that we have Alice and Betty here coming back. All right. Now, that is majorly how it is for variables. Sorry, for strings. Now, if you want to look at
Mr. Olajide, please, I think someone has
okay, Oyinye,
sorry for
go
cutting.
ahead.
You can just take note and continue. When you're done, you can explain. So,
Okay, you have a question, right? Have you typed the question? Okay. Okay, please go ahead. Ask a question.
Continue. Okay, I observed you mentioned it only works with double quotes, but you put a single quote on Alice and it still worked.
No, I didn't say. I said if you use a single quote, also it will still work. So either a double quote or a single quote to output a string, it works.
All right, thank you.
Yes, just as you can see, right? When I printed both, right, wrong code, it came back, right? Alice was in single quotes, Betty was in double quotes, but they still came back, all because both single quote and double quote are allowed for you to be able to output a string value.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So now, to output a variable, to output a like say a number now, for example, right? Most of us, what we use, the data type that we use, all right, is integer, all right? So we can, so here now, we have integer. So if I say age, now if I come here and I add and say age is equals to, let's say, 70, right? And then let's go ahead and print. Let's see what we have if everything works fine. Print age, right? Let me run the code. So in Python, you don't even need to pass anything as long as it sees it as an integer. This is an integer value. This is an integer value. So in some at some point you still have to use the keyword int, right? If you use int age is equals to, let's say, 100, you can see that it came back. It's saying that what invalid syntax because it doesn't support that. So just pass it like as is, and Python will knows that it is an integer, right? That's that. So If you want to do like you want to interact with decimals, like decimals and number as decimals and all that, I could say floats, location, right? Let's see what we have. What do you say? If by syntax, array.py, compile this. So let's say this is 10.55. So let's see what the script's doing. Yeah. So we don't even have to even pass. Let me clear this guy. So we don't even have to pass anything. All right. You just describe whatever thing you're putting, you want it to be like, oh, this is a float, this is a decimal, right? Python already understands that this is a decimal as it takes as a float. As an integer, this is an integer. It sees that as an integer, and then it will output it for you as long as it is correct and you are properly rendering it correctly. You do not have anything to worry about. I don't know if anybody has any question. Any questions so far? So we've looked at string variables. What are variables? Variables are basically what we use. It's a container that stores values, right? And then we looked at data types. Other data types, we have the strings, we have the integer, we have floats, all right. All right, and then from there we are looking at operators. We have operators. What are the operators? Operators are symbols that are used to, carry out different actions. So example of those operations are you have your multiplication, you have your addition, you have your minus, you have your division, you have your modulus. Yeah. So can anybody tell me the difference between division and modulus? Anybody, just if you want to try. Yeah, David.
Okay, I think one will keep the remainder. One will take off the remainder.
Yeah, that's correct. That's very correct. That's very correct. Then also, this plus here, also it's like a British now. This plus is what? Is for what? Addition, right? What other function can this plus also do?
Concatenate.
All right, great. So you can use it to concatenate. You can use it to add two variables together in terms of maybe like outputting text and all that. So, all right, that's perfect. Any questions so far? Fatima, are you good? Are we good here? So, if you're asked to attempt this same assignment that I shared with you now, I think you should be able to have a more understanding of how to go about it now. Right? Fatima?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Somi, any questions? With what I've explained so far now, are you good on your end to be able to attempt that assignment again? I mean, with all what I've explained here.
Yes, I'm good. Yes, I'm good.
Like
Yeah, I'm good. Because of probably I reach out to my coding body. Oh,
Ah,
it's not running. It's not running. That's the problem.
I can't hear. It's not running, but unfortunately, your laptop is not available, so we can. There's no how we can help you on that.
Yes, somebody was trying to say in the last yesterday. Eventually, it's all the problem. Maybe I go to tell you, I don't know. If you don't, this is not. These are the very type
I I can hardly hear you. I can hardly hear you. Are you still speaking?
Yes, I'm speaking. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
So please, can you continue the class?
I can't hear you again.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello. So,
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah, probably if I can reach out to you and help me look at my system, the
All right, no problem, no problem. So let's not. I want to quickly wrap
because
up. All
we
right,
are
so I don't have
trying
to.
to solve this
Yeah.
but
Oh, voilà, thanks. Yeah, you're breaking up. I can't hear you, but it's fine. No problem. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me just share my screen a bit. Um.
No, Mr. Olajide, are you still here? No, Mr. Olajide, are you still with us?
yeah, excuse me, sorry. Somebody was trying to help me yesterday, but I could not really get the name of that person. Please. I don't know if I can get the name, please. That phone yesterday. That still was not running. Please. I don't know if I can get the name of that person.
Don't worry, Mr. Sammy. We will try to fix it out. I will assign someone to you that should help you out. Philip, please, you help Mr. Sammy out. He will share screen with you later. So
Okay, that will be after the class, not now.
yes, after the class.
Okay.
So after the class, just create a Zoom link, like a Google Meet link. You guys will meet. Mr. Olajide, please, are you still with us? Hello.
Oh, hello. Sorry, can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear you now.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I was saying hello, but I feel like my network was actually like messing up. I didn't even hear. No, no, I was even okay. Yeah. Any questions yet? We are good, right? So, uh, 1 second. Yeah. So we also so let me share my screen. Um, again, sorry, 1 second. So we also have another type of operators. Just look for this.
Olajide, we can't see your screen yet.
Yeah, no, I know. Can you see my screen now?
It just came up.
Sometimes like a struggle trying to, I don't know, this thing. I'm used to this Zoom. I don't really like this Zoom. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. So we have the logical we have some other type of operators, right? We have the logical operators. So here we have the and, right? We have all right. And then we have the nor, but most times we use the and or majorly. So this is basically used for comparison. If we have this and or, right, to compare um, logical operations in terms of you're trying to refer to something. Then before that we have conditional, we have statements. Right. So we have the conditional statements. So you have the if, we have the else if. In Python, we use elif, right? And then we have the else. All right. So these are basically what you use in comparing. If this is equals to this, do this. Else if this is equals to this, do this. Then else is like the last option, right? So after fulfilling, if these guys does not align, then you perform this last action here, else. All right. And then we also have the switch. We have also what we have called the switch. Yeah, the switch case to switch between different conditions, right? But I don't want to take it a rush, right? Let's just take it one step at a time. So I want to believe that everything around operations for now, except you have any questions, you can just go ahead and ask me, and then I will answer you. But anything else with operations, variables, we are good. So I'll just give us a couple of assignments to just work around. If you have any questions, if you have any issues with that, you can reach out to me on Slack. We can just get on a call when I'm less busy to just walk you through it if you are blocked or if you have any challenges or anything. But so far, does anybody have any questions or anything, any query you want to ask me? Please go ahead, shoot. David.
Yes, boss. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
No, boss. No, for now.
All right. Then lastly, you might be looking at, okay, oh, the boring part is, I'm just pretty. Okay, what about where I want to want to start interacting with your program, right? At the point where where you want to start interacting with your program, you have something like, you have to use the word inputs. So the input is what will take in the value, like, so yeah, to accept what you want to provide. So in this example here, now you can see the name. This is like a variable that is going to attach to it. So this guy will take the name, right, of what's the name, whatever name it is I want to put there. So you can see that this is the variable assigned as name equals. So the keyword inputs here is what will accept the word. So whatever thing I type in my keypad is what the program will accept. And then the next line is that it will output it for me. So it will print hello and my name. That is whatever thing I put in here is what will be outputted. All right. So if let's comment out these guys. Now, if I run this script now, oh, oh, okay, yeah. I know why it's not going to run there, because it's not going to. I have two types of terminal. So the first terminal will only allow me to be able to run just static output, like just number or anything. Then the other one, which is this one, if it has to do with something, if it has to do with typing, then I have to like use this terminal. All right. So now if I run this now and say Python error.py, consider what is asking me now is what is your name, right? And then if I enter Olajide, and then the next thing is that nothing will happen if I don't use the enter key. So automatically the program expects that once you type your name or whatever values you are asked to type, just use the enter key, and then it will execute the remaining one. So you can see that now that it came back and said hello Olajide, because I had already predefined and said, okay, you know what? I take the name, right? And then print out this word now. So you can see that hello is in double quotes, either in double quotes. If I put it in single quotes, it will still work. But this time around, as a string, right? So just imagine like you went to the ATM machine and they put in your card, right? Imagine that this is the first thing that will definitely be displayed to you, right? Welcome. What you do here, you see welcome. So in the scripts there, they already have it and say if there's a card, a physical card available, and the user puts in their card, right? And then they put in their PIN. Sorry, not before you put in your PIN. Once you put in your card, the system reads your card, and then it tells you welcome. Right, this welcome is a string, right? That the program will definitely output welcome, right? And then the name is gotten from your card, right? Welcome, Onye, and then what? Please enter your PIN, right? So the same thing here. So I just entered my name here, Olajide, right? And then it says welcome, Olajide. So this is how you take in inputs in Python. You're using the inputs keyword here, right? You could take it further and add other things, other thing. What's your name? Welcome, my name and not all this. Welcome Olajide. Okay, and then you could still go further and still add stuff and say welcome Olajide to the Python world. All right. Now let's clear this and run it again. What is your name? Let's say my name is Olajide still, right? Voila. So you can see that. So it took my input and then it just returned it back based on what I've already defined it to be. So using the input keyword and then the print keyword, the print will definitely return the whatever thing that you wanted to display for you on your screen. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so when you're, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so when you declare the variable name, what is your name? We're not putting this name in curly braces. Why? And it's still working.
This one,
Yes, yes.
yes, we're not putting the curly braces because the name is. So if you look at how it was defined, we have a variable name here. The name is going to accept an input. This is a string input because you've already added it in its input. It's Python already knows, right? This is name. I've added an input here, and then I'm saying, what is your name? Right, returning it back as a string value for me. So it's going to that's already convert it into a string and returns it back for me. So I don't need to put it in double quotes, right? Because like I said earlier,
No, sir, not double quote, curly braces. When we are doing it in the declaration of integer, when we take it to the print, we have to include the variable declared name in a curly brace.
variable
Here,
declared name, because
yes.
that name is basically an integer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an integer. So curly braces, that's where you have to introduce your f, the print f.
Yes,
To
yes.
extract your printf is basically used to extract the value, the integer value from that variable that you already defined. That's where it's coming from. But for strings, you don't need to use curly braces. It automatically returns that value for you as is, right? So if I'm to put in like a number now, then I'll be introducing. I'll say, okay, maybe what is your age? Your age is my age is 50. Then I have to introduce that curly brackets to convert that value into an integer and then display it for me in the terminal. So that's the reason why you're not going to be using the curly bracket here. Is that fine?
Noted, sir. Understood.
Oh, you have another question?
No. I'm fine. That's fine.
Okay. Mr. Somi, please ask a question. You are breaking, no?
Yeah, the question I want to ask is, but can you still hear me, sir? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
I can
Hello?
hear you, but partially. You are breaking.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Or you can just or you can
I'm
type
trying to find.
can you type your question? Can you type
Let
it
me
in the chat?
Okay, let me.
Yeah. All right, guys. So does anybody else have any question for us, for the class, so that we can just close this out? I'll stop here for today. If you have any questions, we will just go back. I mean, I'll go and digest this. Onye, are you good?
Yes, I'm
I'm sure this one is not new to you now.
this is new to me.